For a long time, the image of Jamie Dornan and Amelia Warner has always been associated with the phrase the ideal Hollywood family. The charming man with the expressive eyes, famous worldwide for his role as Christian Grey. Beside him is his quiet, gentle artist wife, who chose to step back to take care of her family. But not all fairy tales have a happy ending. In a special interview with LUK magazine, Amelia Warner, for the first time, broke her silence that lasted nearly a decade. No longer the polite smiles on the red carpet, no longer the selectively shared family photos, she spoke the truth, sincerely to the point of heartache. Living with Jamie Dornan has been the biggest challenge of my life, she began, her voice soft but no less determined. That sentence made the interviewer silent for a few seconds. No one expected a woman who had defended her marriage from the media for so many years to say that, publicly and frankly. Amelia says that from the beginning, their relationship was not easy. Jamie was charming, almost irresistible, but at the same time, he was also a complicated person. Jamie was very good at making people like him. He was funny, smart and energetic. But he also had a dark side to his soul that only those very close to him could sense. Amelia admits that she loved Jamie passionately, even blindly, in the early years. They fell in love very quickly, got married after only a short time of dating, and quickly had children. With 3 children, life seemed perfect. But behind the scenes, there was a woman who gradually felt lost. I loved my family, but there were years when I felt like a shadow. Jamie was flying around, working constantly, and I was at home spinning between nappies, meals and sleepless nights. The most striking part of the conversation was when Amelia mentioned the mental distance between them, which she described as an invisible wall. He's not bad, Jamie's done nothing wrong, but he's not there in the real sense. When I cry, when I'm tired, when I need someone to understand that I'm more than just the mother of his children, he often doesn't. Many people might be surprised by Jamie Dornan's portrayal of a great father. But Amelia shows the difference between image and reality. He loves his children, there's no denying that. But being a father is not just about playing with them for 30 minutes every night. It's about the broken moments in the night, the patience when they're sick, the companionship. Something I've been doing alone for too long. When asked why she didn't share this sooner, Amelia smiled bitterly. Because I thought it was a wife's duty. Because I was afraid that if I said it, people would think I was complaining when I had everything. A beautiful house, a famous husband, beautiful children. But no one knew that loneliness could exist even in a seemingly perfect home. Amelia also shared about the pressure of being Jamie Dornan's wife. The media, fans, prying eyes, all seemed to want her to be perfect, always smiling, always gentle. She was disoriented, felt that she was no longer Amelia, artist but just Mrs. Dornan. However, what moved readers the most was the respect she still had for Jamie. After all, I'm not saying this to hurt Jamie. He's the man of my life, the father of my children. But I think it's time for me to speak up, as a woman, not as someone else's shadow. Amelia admitted that the two of them went through challenging times. They even considered living separately, but for the sake of their children and the love they still had, they chose to stay. Not because they were afraid of public opinion, but because they still had hope, she said. The conversation ended in profound silence. Amelia learned a big lesson. Love is not enough to maintain a relationship. It takes presence, listening and understanding every day. I've learned to love myself more, and that's how I continue to love him, in a more mature way. While Jamie Dornan has yet to respond officially, social media has already begun to buzz. Many people expressed sympathy, even admiration for Amelia's courage in daring to share a dark corner that very few people in the entertainment industry are willing to reveal. Not to expose, but to free herself. And perhaps, for Amelia Warner, living with Jamie Dornan, although the biggest challenge, is also the most profound, painful and worthwhile chapter of her life. A chapter that she is now strong enough to continue writing in her own voice.